What is going on, guys? My name is Josh and I'm from His Brew Coffee Roastery, helping you make better coffee each step of the way. So let's dive right in. So first of all, you would have to pull this out. It's pretty easy. It's a magnetic lock right here, so it's not too hard to gain access to it. You pull this out. Now what you want to see is you have a pin right here. This pin, basically you have to unscrew it, right, counterclockwise. And what you want to do is you want to turn this handle also counterclockwise, right? So once you have this pinion turned, right, first of all, you would have to turn this screw first counterclockwise. I'll show you what I mean by this. Let me pull this out real quick. So this screw here, you would have to turn it out slightly, because if you do not turn it out, what would happen here is that it will hit against this metal surface, and you don't want that to happen. So you gotta pull this out, right, all the way, just maybe halfway through. You don't have to do it all the way, and then turn it counterclockwise. Now, once you see this face plate here, what you need is a 2.5 millimeter, give or take. For those of you who are in the States, you know, convert it 2.5, right? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hacks, or Allen key, actually, sorry, not hacks. So what you want to do is you have 6 Allen screws here, and basically you want to turn it up, or you want to unscrew it. So let me fast forward this video and I'll come back later. Okay, now that we have the 6 Allen screws out, that was probably the hardest part of it. All you have to do is reach internally and pull this out, right? You just want to be very gentle. Now, this is very important because what this does, it's compressed and holds the outer burr set. But let me show you what I mean, right? Right now, internally, you could see that you have a rocker pin here, right? Don't know if you could see it. Look at this pin. And what it does is, first of all, you want to hold your grinder, right, steady at the end. You want to take this pin here, you want to push it in, right, so that you could turn it all the way till you see the edges align, right? This is pretty straightforward for those of you who, you know, at least tinker around with some sort of stuff. Once you have both sides aligned, you push it in and turn, right? It doesn't matter if it's counterclockwise or clockwise. You pull it out and voila, you have a beautiful burr set right here, right? So this is your outer burr. From day to day, if it's just a regular maintenance, all you have to do is just brush it out, right? Time more. The box comes with a blower here. You could just blow out all the coffee grounds. And if you're still not satisfied, Time More does give us a brush here, right? So this brush could brush off any coffee grounds that you have in the grinder. And right internally too, you could just take a brush, right, and blow it and brush it, and even a blower. So this is just a regular maintenance. I would recommend just to do it maybe once every month or once every other month, right, depending on your usage. That would be more than enough. And what we usually also do once every 2 months, right, is we would take we would use some sort of grind cleaning tool. So here we use a Cafeza or a Ernex grinds. It's tablet form. Just pour a cup full, grind it, right, and then that's it. It cleans out and takes out all the oil and junk in it. Now the trick here is how are you going to assemble it back. When we first took it out, deassemble it and assemble it again, we face a little bit of a challenge putting it in again, and I'll show you why, right? So let's assemble it back. So it's pretty simple again, right? You have this plate or outer burr here. What you want to do is you want to have it align as much as possible. Once you feel that you're in, you want to push it even further so that it's locked in place when you turn. So you push it in and turn, and now you can see you can't. It's locked in place, right? The burrs here are all locked. Now that's not the important part, right? Then you got to put this in, and this is also pretty straightforward. You just follow the divot here, right? The divots that they have, and you put it in, right? And you screw the 6 hex screw, or Allen screw, right? So this is now the tedious part again. I wish they have some sort of a magnetic element to it, like the Weber workshop and so on, so that it's easy to access the internal burrs. Not every grinder allows you to access the internal burrs. Quick tip too. Not many grind manufacturers, at least for now that we see, allows you to access the internal burrs, yet at the same time having perfect alignment. What I mean by this is there are some grinders that are hard to access the internal burrs, like this one, but when you put everything together, your burr alignment would be more or less as before, meaning you don't have to worry if the alignment is off, right? But for something like the DF64, where it's really easy to access the internal burrs, right? You just unscrew it. You don't need an Allen wrench or anything. You just turn counterclockwise on the top and you get access to the burrs. But the issue with that is that the alignment of that always runs because it's just not designed in the best way, right? Okay, now that we have the screws all screwed in, quick tip, this is the biggest tip. What you want to do is you want to have this pin here screwed at least halfway out, not all the way in. The problem with doing it all the way in is this would get stuck in here, and when you screw this in, it doesn't go flush to the outer burr. And what it creates is, if it doesn't go flush to the outer burr, when you turn it on, it will create a really bad sound. So you don't want that to happen. You want this to be, tip here is you want this to be screwed at least halfway out. Now once it's halfway out, you just screw it in clockwise all the way till you hit a resistance point. Now this is my resistance point, right? So I want to pull back till I see that position 0 here. You can see a 0 position goes all the way to the 0 point here. That's where the 0 point is. Now you can screw this all the way in, right, with your hand, and take your grinder here and put it back in, right? That's it. Once it's all in, you're good to go. You have a clean grinder that you could use it all the way for the next few months, right? So quick tip, and if you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.